So guys, week 22 has passed and week 23 is coming. Also guys, before we get down to week 23 predictions, I want to show you guys a table of my predictions last weekend and see how I did. So, here it is. Yeah, I felt I could have done way much better than that, guys. 2 exact predictions right is not enough for me. I want more than 2. In fact, I like all of them right, but that's impossible. So, hoping I can do better in week 23. In fact, speaking of week 23, here is my predictions of week 23 of the Premier League this season. So here we go. Wolves v Leicester. You know, before last weekend, I thought this was going to be a really tough game, but since Leicester have lost to 10 men in Southampton and never really got going, I see Wolves as favourites to win this one. Yes, Wolves. Wolves who had just been outclassed by a world-class Man City last night. They didn't even have a shot on target. In fact, they barely had a shot at goal last night. They were just completely outclassed. But on the positive note for Wolves, I think they will bounce back against a Leicester team whose manager, Claude Puel, is under pressure really, so a big 3 points is needed for Leicester here, but I don't think they'll get it. In fact, I don't even think they'll get a point as well. 2-1 to Wolves. Bournemouth v West Ham. Ooh. I see this as a West Ham win probably because they'll be coming into this game the more confident of the two after their big win against Arsenal. Their first home win against Arsenal since 2006. I think. Yeah, Bournemouth are stuck in a rut this season. They actually played well against Everton on Sunday. It's just that the opportunities that came, they just failed to take them. I mean, that's their problem this season. They just can't stick the ball in the back of the net. And about the game, I don't think Bournemouth will win. I think they'll settle for a point, but West Ham will come into this game to exploit their defence, which is what I think they'll do. 2-0 West Ham. Liverpool v Crystal Palace. It wasn't pretty when Liverpool beat Brighton, but 3 points is the most important thing for them. See, Crystal Palace were beating Watford, but after the second half, they just completely switched off and giving away 2 goals to, once again, lose at home. So, against leaders Liverpool at Anfield, it doesn't get much better for Palace, I'm afraid. So I really can't see Liverpool struggling for 3 points here. I also think they will have a problem getting at Palace's defence, so I think it'll be a 3-0 Liverpool win. Manchester United v Brighton. Yeah, second half, United had to dig deep against Spurs. All they needed was David De Gea to save them. I mean, what a performance that was. Not the first time we've seen such a performance from David De Gea. And the 3 points was a big bonus. See, Brighton had a really good go against Liverpool, but one mistake, one big mistake, that's all it takes, and they lost. A penalty to Mohamed Salah. I have been really impressed with Brighton this season because they are a tough team for any team to break down and to beat. United could have trouble breaking them down, but I still see this as a Manchester United win, a very comfortable one as well. Because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has got them playing brilliant football, and he's made them very happy to play football again. 2-0 Manchester United. Newcastle v Cardiff. Ooh, a relegation 6-pointer, guys, again. Well, Newcastle were undone after 9 minutes against a Chelsea team who was struggling to break them down. So, really, Newcastle should have got something out of that game because they actually did play really, really well. But it is still enough for me to say that Newcastle are a really tough team to beat at times. So are Cardiff. And this is a massive game for both teams. But 1 win away from home all season for Cardiff, and Newcastle struggle for goals. I just think it'll be just a 0-0 draw. That's it. Just 0-0. Southampton v Everton. Well, massive 3 points for Southampton at Leicester, with 10 men as well. So yeah, they have played really, really well that day, away from home. So that win should give them a lot of confidence going into this game. Also, Everton will come into this game as well with confidence from their win against Bournemouth. It wasn't pretty because they weren't that great on the day. I mean, they played really well and the better team, but not that great. And when I mean not that great, I mean they had to dig deep against Bournemouth right at the end, but they did manage to seal it right at the last second. But Southampton's home form and Everton's away form aren't good. So that's why I think this one will be a 1-1 draw. Watford v Burnley. I think this is a really tough one. Burnley are on a good run after a horrible run of results. Standard look like the Burnley like last season. Yeah, Burnley didn't have a single shot on target against Fulham. Not a single shot on target. But they still managed to win through 2 own goals. But hey, a win's a win, and a win gives you a lot of confidence. And this Burnley team is full of confidence at the moment. As for Watford, they picked up a big 3 points at Palace, which keeps them 7th place. Now that is a really good position for Watford. A win here for Watford will tighten their grip on 7th, which will be really good, but I think they're going to struggle against a Burnley team who will come here and look to try and keep them out. I have to be very honest with you guys. I mean, I'm not sure who will win, so that's why I've gone for a 1-1 draw. Arsenal v Chelsea. Wow, it's a battle for the top 4 here, guys. Whoa. Well, Arsenal are struggling at the moment. Just lost to West Ham. Now the pressure is on them to stay ahead of Manchester United and catch up to Chelsea. So they really can't afford to drop points here. Yeah, Chelsea haven't been that great too. I mean, they are still winning games, but they just can't find a way to finish games off. So a top striker is needed for Chelsea in the transfer window. But Arsenal seem to play very, very well at home, so I think this will be a very, very entertaining 2-2 draw. Huddersfield v Man City. Well, David Wagner has left Huddersfield, but I don't think he'll get any better just yet. Against the Man City team who have completely brushed aside Wolves, yep, managerless Huddersfield have a really, really big job at their hands. And yet, I see this as a very, very comprehensive Man City win. However, I might be wrong. Huddersfield might turn up a very different team. But at the moment, luck is really against Huddersfield. I mean, they were denied a penalty at Cardiff, so that really sums them up this season. But I still think Man City will win 4-1. Fulham v Tottenham. Another bottom side against a very tough team. It's getting really desperate for Fulham because they've just lost to 2 own goals when they were leading. So I just feel as though luck is against Fulham at the moment. Plus, if there's one thing that needs to improve at Fulham, it's the defence, because they are really struggling for clean sheets this season. As for Tottenham, they are blowing their chances to win the league. I mean, that sloppy first half against United is what cost them that game. Second half, they were much better, but the absolute brilliance of David De Gea is what denied them. Plus, the damage was done in the first half. But nonetheless, Spurs will get back on track because I really can't see them slipping up here again. It's because of Fulham's defence and how good Spurs are at scoring goals. So my prediction is going to be 3-0 to Spurs. So there you have it, guys. Those are my predictions for week 23 of the Premier League this season. And that is actually it for this video. So please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please leave a like and a comment down below. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.